All right, ladies and gentlemen, Marco DC excites. All right. Now, guys, I'm just gonna do some posing, right? Like posing like this, right? There's no harm in that, right? It's nice to see a Spidey suited person pose, right? Now, guys, thanks to all my fans, every single one of my fans. Regardless of what you've ever said to me in the past, regardless of what you've done or said to me in the past, how you've made comments or whatever comments you've said, I am grateful because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, and some people have said some very negative things to me, but I mean, I don't hold a grudge, and I think it's just a joke to a lot of people that they were saying it. I don't think they were saying it to be mean, but maybe they had somebody there with them and they just wanted to say these things. But I forgive, and I don't think it's a big deal. And so it's just interesting to say whatever you want to say, and it's nice to have someone that will respond that way. But I'm really grateful to all my fans because you all really stood by me through this, and you all really understand that my parents wanted what's best for me and wanted things to go well for me. So I was very fortunate to have a great family. My whole family is amazing. My whole family is really, really good. So, at the end of the day, life is about health and family and friends and your partner and all that. So it's nice to have great people in my life. My bestie, all the people in my life are incredible. So very happy about that. And I'm just gonna pose, guys. I'm just gonna pose because I think it's important that my dad's legacy live on. It's amazing. Like my dad was a mega talent, and to see how it affected people. People really loved his accordion music, and people really loved how fun he was. He was all about fun and partying and having fun. And I mean, he had a very difficult life sometimes because his wife would always nag him, and then the kids would always be embarrassed. And it's just like, when you want to be free and perform and do what you want to do, and you just have all the people saying all these things, and you're just like, oh, I'm good, leave me alone. And he was always very much like, he was always, when you're a parent, you have your kids and they're embarrassed, they're kind of like, oh, that's not music, that's not real music, I want to listen to this now. And you just have all that, and it's just part of life. As a parent, you have to let that go. You have to say, well, my kids obviously aren't going to love what I do necessarily, but everybody else loves it. And when you get older, me, for instance, when I got older, I started realizing, yeah, my dad's really talented and he's really, really good. And he really brought great things to people. And to everyone else, he's like a superstar, fantasy, all this. But for his kids and his wife, he's just the guy that plays the loud accordion, and he's embarrassing, and he's this and that. My mom was very close to my dad, but she would always nag him about the accordion because she was a shy person, so she didn't really like attention, so she was always getting like a lot of she was always getting extra attention because my dad was so popular. So she was always like, oh, just nags him and stuff like that. But all in all, he had a very good marriage with her. I mean, like even I mean, at the funeral service, I'm not sure if you saw, but the viewing, they had a picture of my mom and dad when they got married. It's the nicest picture ever. So it's kind of nice. So it was like, wow, that's powerful, right? Like a couple that's starting a new life in Canada and wanting to be free and wanting to have great kids and start a new life and give them the opportunities that they didn't have. It's just like a love story, a magical love story. And you're just like, oh, it's just the cutest thing. So I'm very happy that my mom, even though my mom passed a long time ago, but even though she passed a while ago, um, it almost seems like she was here yesterday. She had such a lasting presence and memory. You just almost got like, and people that know my mom. I mean, there's some people that know my mom, and they're just like, they knew how great she was. Like she was great, and I wish she had done commercials. Like we'd always tried to get her to do Kraft dinner commercials for some reason because they had like contests for Kraft dinner, and she was so cute. Like she had when she was married, when she first got married, she was 92 pounds, and then as she got older, she was 180 pounds. So when she got married, or when she was older, like when we were young, like me and my younger siblings, when we were young, she was very much like a kind of person that was like you know well, yeah, when we were young, she was kind of like very much, yeah, so she was already older kind of thing because we were born later in life, and so she was and so she was adorable and chubby, right? Like very adorable, like very very adorable. Like she had the cutest puffy cheeks and everything. So when we had her try to perform the Kraft dinner commercial, and she had done like shake and bake commercials at home, like she would not do it in public. She was very shy, very very shy. But we always wanted her to do that. But I know I did, and I was like, I know you could do a good job. You know, you'd be popular, and it was so cute. And but her memory is so good. Like it's almost like she was here yesterday. Like she was so good, and like I said, people knew her. Like a lot of people knew her. So people knew her and they liked her and they felt really, really like she was amazing. So um, moms like that are priceless, right? Like she didn't get involved in drama. She was very much an affectionate person. She was very much a loving person. She made a great person to everyone around her. She was a great person to everyone around her. And so my dad was the same way. So thank you to all people that really gave me those positive compliments over the years as well, and giving me all those messages about my dad passing. Thank you, and my mom too. Thank you. All right, bye guys.